Hi guys, this is Daryl and welcome back to Book Odyssey. Today I'm looking at 10 fantastic space opera series recommended by you. I tend to get a lot of comments on my video book recommendations, which I love, and I usually add all of these to my impossibly long reading list, which I'm pretty sure I will never ever finish. So I scoured through the comments section of my video 5 must-read space operas to bring you what I try to interpret as a general consensus of 10 must-read space opera series as recommended by you. So let's get stuck into it with the first in this list, which is in no particular order, and it's the Commonwealth series by Peter F. Hamilton, and this was recommended by Colleen Beattie. The Commonwealth saga consists of the novels Pandora's Star, published in 2004, and Judas Unchained, published in 2005. The Commonwealth saga is an epic space opera that extends across dozens of worlds and characters. The series begins in the year 2380, and humanity has colonised over 600 planets, all interlinked by wormholes. With Earth at its centre, the intersolar Commonwealth has grown into a wealthy society where rejuvenation allows its citizens to live for centuries by both rejuvenating their bodies and transferring their memories into clones. When an astronomer observes a star over 1,000 light years away vanish, imprisoned inside a force field of immense size, the Commonwealth is anxious to discover what actually happened. They reason that someone or something out there must have had a very good reason for sealing off an entire star system. As conventional wormholes can't reach that far, they must build the first faster-than-light starship to investigate the anomaly. Next up is the Lensman series by E. Doc Smith, and this was recommended by Peter Broom. The Lensman series consists of 6 novels, beginning with what can be considered a prologue to the story, Triplanetary, published in 1948, and ending with Children of the Lens, published in 1954. The series begins 2 billion years in the past and expands into the future. The underlying assumption for the series, based on theories of stellar evolution at the time of the book's writing, is that the formation of planets is not common. In the story, the universe has no life forms aside from the ancient Arisians, and few planets beside the Arisians' native world. The peaceful Arisians have foregone physical skills in order to develop their reflective mental power. The Adorians, a dictatorial, power-hungry race, come into our universe from an alien space-time continuum after observing that our galaxy and a sister galaxy known as the Second Galaxy are passing through each other. This will result in the formation of billions of planets and the development of life upon some of them, and the Adorians seek complete dominance over these life forms. At number 3 is the recommendation by Dark Commission, and this is the Humanx Commonwealth books by Dan Dean Foster. The Humanx Commonwealth series consists of a massive 32 novels and short stories in all, beginning with Midworld, published in 1975, and the most recent being Strange Music, published in 2017. The Humanx Commonwealth takes its name from its 2 major sapient species, who jointly inhabit Commonwealth planets and administer both the political and religious/ethical aspects. They are the mammalian humans of planet Earth and the insectoid Thranks, which dwell upon Hivehum. The Commonwealth is a progressive, well-intentioned democracy spanning many star systems. The Humanx Commonwealth is notable for its portrayal of a human-alien relationship that is not just mutually beneficial but actually symbiotic, allowing for an amalgamation of the 2 species. The first novel in the 8 Commonwealth stories within the series, Midworld, centres around a planet that is entirely covered by a rainforest. The world is disrupted by the arrival of an exploitative business venture from Earth whose representatives know nothing of the delicate stability of the planet. Next up is Stephen Baxter's Xeelee sequence, and this was recommended by Peak Rider. The Xeelee sequence is a series of hard science fiction space opera novels, novellas and short stories that spans billions of years. The main novels in the series begin with Raft, published in 1991, and end with Xeelee Redemption, published in 2018. The series centres on humanity's future expansion into the universe, its intergalactic war with the enigmatic and supremely powerful Xeelee, and the Xeelee's own cosmos-spanning war with dark matter entities called photino birds, a dark matter-based species that lives in the gravity well of stars. The technologically advanced Xeelee primarily inhabit supermassive black holes, manipulating their event horizons to create preferable living environments. The first novel, Raft, centres around the few thousand remaining humans who survive in a nebula of relatively breathable air existing in divided communities. The society is highly stratified, with the elite living in the Raft, which is the remains of a starship that contains almost all the high technology. Workers and miners living on various belt worlds where they mine burned out star kernels, and the Bonies, a nomadic band of unmentionables who live on worlds created out of corpses. Zones of Thought by Vernor Vinge is at number 5, and this was posted by Ewan Gillespie. Zones of Thought is a series consisting of A Fire Upon the Deep, published in 1992, A Deepness in the Sky, published in 1999, and The Children of the Sky, published in 2011. The series is set thousands of years in the future, where a mind's potential is determined by the location in space, from super-intelligent entities in the transcend to the limited minds of the unthinking depths, where only simple creatures and technology can function. Nobody knows what strange force partitioned space into these regions of thought, but when the warring Stormlight realm use an ancient transcendent artifact as weapon, they unwittingly unleash an awesome power that destroys thousands of worlds and enslaves all natural and artificial intelligence. The first book, A Fire Upon the Deep, centres around a family of scientists fleeing this threat. They are taken captive by the Tynes, an alien race with a harsh medieval culture, and used as pawns in a ruthless power struggle. At number 6 is The Way series by Greg Bear, and this was recommended by Brian Sherwood. The Way series is a trilogy of science fiction novels and one short story that consists of Eon, published in 1985, Eternity in 1988, and Legacy in 1994. The Way of All Ghosts, a short story that falls between Legacy and Eon, was also published. The first book in the series, Eon, centres around the appearance and discovery of the first asteroid, Thistledown, after it settles into an extremely elliptical orbit near Earth. Against a tense political backdrop between the United States and Russia, who are on the verge of nuclear war, the two nations each try to claim this mysterious object. It is hollow and contains 7 vast terraformed chambers. 2 of the chambers contain cities long abandoned by human beings who seem to come from Earth's future. The asteroid reveals a startling discovery that it is bigger on the inside than the outside, and the 7th chamber seems to stretch into infinity. Jason Williams posted the next recommendation on this list, and it's a personal favourite of mine. It is the Hyperion Cantos by Dan Simmons. The Hyperion Cantos consists of 4 novels: Hyperion, published in 1989, The Fall of Hyperion in 1990, Endymion in 1996, and The Rise of Endymion in 1998. The series also contains 3 short stories. The events in the first book, Hyperion, are set over 1,000 years in the future. Humankind has conquered space travel and has colonised hundreds of worlds. The hegemony of man is a socio-political cultural super-entity comprising of one of the primary factions dominating our arm of the galaxy. It unifies with its law over 150 billion human beings and over 200 worlds connected by the World Web, as well as many colonies in the Outback and Protectorate. Modified humans known as ousters live in space stations between the stars and are engaged in conflict with the hegemony. The government of the hegemony is advised by the Technocore, which is a conglomerate of artificial intelligences which typically make predictions for the hegemony government. The plot features multiple timelines and is centred around the events set in motion by the opening of a collection of mysterious structures known as the Time Tombs on the Outback world of Hyperion. The next recommended series is the Ringworld series by Larry Niven, and this was posted by Angus Hume. The Ringworld novels is a series of 5 standalone books that begin with Ringworld, published in 1970, and end with Fate of Worlds, published in 2012. The last book also links with Niven's Fleet of Worlds series, which is within the known space universe. The backdrop to the series is the Ringworld, the giant artifact 600 million miles in circumference around a star. The first in the series, Ringworld, is set in 2850, around the character Louis Liu, who becomes part of a crew to investigate the Ringworld to see if it poses a threat. The Ringworld has a habitable flat inner surface, a breathable atmosphere, and a temperature optimal for humans. When they reach the vicinity of the Ringworld, their vessel is severely damaged and are unable to launch back into space. Together they set out to find a way off the Ringworld. At number 9 we have the Expanse series by James A. Cory, and this was recommended by Doug Brower. The Expanse is a series of science fiction novels and related novellas and short stories by James A. Cory, the joint pen name of authors Daniel Abram and Ty Frank. The series begins with Leviathan Wakes, published in 2011, and ends with Leviathan Falls, published in 2021. The backdrop to the series is a future where humanity has colonised much of the solar system, but does not have interstellar travel. In the asteroid belt and beyond, political tensions are rising between Earth's United Nations, Mars, and the outer planets. The series initially takes place in the solar system, but as the series progresses, humanity gains access to thousands of new worlds by use of the Ring, an artificially sustained wormhole created by a long-dead alien race. In the first novel, Leviathan Wakes, the story is told from the point of view of Belter Detective Miller, who is searching for a missing girl, and Earther James Holden, who finds himself, along with his crew, embroiled in an erupting war. Last, but by no means least, is the Dune series, and this was posted by T. Stoney. The Dune Chronicles consists of a 6-book series by Frank Herbert, beginning with Dune, published in 1965, and ending with Chapterhouse Dune, published in 1985, and a following 21 novels from Frank Herbert's son Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson. Set tens of thousand years into the future, the Saga chronicles a civilization that has banned all thinking machines, which include computers, robots, and artificial intelligence. In their place, civilization has developed advanced mental and physical disciplines, as well as advanced technologies that adhere to the ban on computers. Vital to this empire is the harsh desert planet Arrakis, the only known source of the spice melange, the most valuable substance in the universe. In the first book, Dune, which is often described as the #1 best-selling science fiction book ever, follows Paul Atreides, whose noble family accepts the stewardship of the desert planet Arrakis and must navigate deadly political games and treachery that surrounds him. So that's it for this fantastic list. I hope you found your next favourite space opera series. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone who takes the time to comment and for posting your fantastic recommendations. Please keep them coming. Until next time guys, happy reading.